My favorite thing about these carrot cake cheesecake bars is the different layers of carrot cake and cheesecake, creamy cheesecake, delicious moist carrot cake. These things are a match made in heaven, and I'm going to show you how to make them right now. Let's begin with our dry ingredients. So we're going to be doing the carrot cake first. You want to add your flour into a medium-sized mixing bowl, along with some cinnamon. We're going to be adding some baking powder in there as well. A little bit of salt just to add extra flavor. And we're going to use a whisk just to combine everything together. Let's set that aside and move on to the wet ingredients. So I've actually had some butter on the stove, which I've melted, and it's come to room temperature. So that's the first thing you want to do. But we are going to be mixing it with our brown sugar. So I'm using light brown sugar. I'm going to grab my melted butter. We're going to pour the melted butter on top of that. And I'm going to use my whisk to combine everything together. Next, you want to add your egg. And we're going to be adding some vanilla extract. We're going to use our whisk to whisk all of those ingredients together. It's going to loosen up a lot more, and you want to whisk it until it's nice and smooth. Add those dry ingredients that we mixed earlier on into there. Fold all of those through. It's important that you don't overmix your cake batter whenever you're making any cakes, because then you don't end up with that nice, delicate, kind of cakey texture. So make sure that you don't overmix. You want to just mix just until you can see no dry ingredients. The last thing we're going to do for this carrot cake batter is add our grated carrots. So I've just peeled 2 carrots and grated them. It's going to give us about a cup of grated carrots. So you just want to pop that in there. And guys, as you mix this in, you're going to notice that your batter loosens a lot. It gets a little bit thinner, completely normal. Right, so we've got our carrot cake batter done. We're going to pop that aside because I'm going to move on to the cheesecake mixture. We're going to use the bowl that had the dry ingredients in just so we don't have too many things to wash up. So we're going to add some room temperature cream cheese into our mixing bowl. To that, we're going to add our sugar, 2 egg yolks, and a good healthy splash of vanilla extract. We're going to use a hand mixer to mix all of these ingredients together until they're nice and smooth. Now guys, when you're baking, it's really important to make sure you're scraping down the bowl of everything that you're mixing, just to make sure everything is uniformly mixed. And I've just realized that I've forgotten to add my salt. So I'm going to pop that in there, and we're going to scrape down our bowl just to make sure that everything gets mixed properly. And we're going to mix for a final 10 seconds, and then I'm going to show you how to put this together. I have an 8 by 8 inch cake tin here. So we're going to lightly spray it with some oil spray. And I just have some baking paper here. So we want to leave some overhang because it's going to make lifting this out later a lot easier. So we're going to spray the bottom again because we're actually going to be double lining this so that it doesn't stick to the either side of the cake tin. Pour about 3/4 of this carrot cake mixture into the bottom of our cake tin to begin with. And I'm just going to use a spatula to spread this around nice and evenly. Once you have that nice and flat, we're going to add all of our cheesecake mixture on top of that. So pour it right in there. And we're going to use the same spatula just to spread that out nice and evenly. This already smells amazing, guys. I'm so excited for you guys to try this recipe because it is so delicious. I'm going to use 2 little spoons to add little dollops of my remaining carrot cake mixture on top of that cheesecake layer. Just kind of pop it in there nice and randomly. Lastly, we're going to use a toothpick just to roughly swirl this around. So there's a bit of swirling action happening. We're going to pop this in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. We're going to let these cool down completely once they finish baking, and then I'm going to come back and show you how delicious they are. If you guys could smell my kitchen right now, it is absolutely gorgeous. These have baked, they've cooled down. I'm going to lift them out with the paper overhang and we are ready to slice these up. Yay! I'm so excited to try these, guys. They are so yummy, they're delicious. You've got the nice cheesecake layer, the carrot cake layer. It's basically a vegetable cake, which makes it healthy. Technically. So delicious, guys. You have to try this recipe out. It's in the description box below. Make these for yourself and see how delicious they are. I'm so glad that you guys joined me for another episode of the Scran Line. I have another video playing somewhere. Click on that if you want to see more delicious recipes. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you're in the comment section and you're saying hello, let me know which other recipes you'd like to see me make on the Scran Line because I'd love to hear your suggestions. I'll see you all on the next episode. Bye.